All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. After a long hiatus, longer than anyone probably wanted, especially Mr. Sedaris and myself, it's time for West County's favorite sports talk show put on by a principal and a PE teacher at a middle school in Sebastopol, California. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than another episode of Deeths and the Greek. I'm Principal Deeths, and this is none other than George the Greek Sedaris. Greek! How are we doing today?
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest PE teacher / color commentator in Hillcrest Middle School TV Productions? That's none other than the Greek. The Greek's excited. He can't talk. He's very worked up right now. Deeths, I haven't seen you in ages. I know, my mind's spinning. All these thoughts are going through my head. I'm sick. I'm happy. I'm sick because I got to see this Tampa Bay Buccaneer helmet on my helmet. I'm sick because I just saw Mr. Blanco running across campus. And by the way, we are 6 feet apart.
But actually more than 6 feet
we
apart.
We are more than 6 feet apart. For our audience out there, do not worry. But we like to call that, we were living the social distancing rule a long time ago here at HMS. We called that the Blanco rule. We always stay 6 feet away from Blanco. For us, it wasn't an issue, it wasn't a problem. But now we're still doing it. We're practicing our safety, let everybody know. But Deeths, it's great to be back under the bright lights, brother, of HMS Studios. Let me tell you right now, it's been way too long. We miss the kids. I miss seeing your face right now. You know, McDowell behind the camera over here
100%.
with this boomer sooner and all that. And Baby Griff, shout out to Baby Griff over there, And Mama Tiana, Mama Griff out there as well, you know what I mean? So it's been a long time, but I know our audience misses us. Yeah, we miss them desperately, so let's get the show running.
There we go.
2021, my man.
That's right. Well, now, Greek, we're back here in the Hawk's Nest right now, surrounded by the blue and gold.
That's yes, sir.
Hillcrest Middle School. Nothing like that feeling of being back home.
No.
By the way, for all you kids out there, we miss having you here. We hope to get you back on.
I already said that, Deeths. I already said that.
I'm
We already got the point across, Deeths.
I'm saying it.
But when it comes from the Greek, it means more than coming from the Deeths. Let me tell you right now, all right? Let's get this show going, Deeths.
I got nothing more to argue there. But you know what? Greek, this has been a very odd year.
It's been
very odd year.
Yes.
Strange, bizarre year. But you know what? There has been one constant thing that always comes around every year.
The joy that the Deeths and the Greeks bring, because I know kids, I know parents out there were watching reruns because we haven't had new content.
I can tell you something.
You know what I mean?
The repeat viewings on YouTube of the former, they were kept going up and up and up and up again.
Yes, sir.
But besides Deeths and the Greek, that one thing that we all look forward to when the leaves change,
yes, sir.
Fall comes around, a lot of people are carrying those pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks.
I only drink Greek coffee. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what this pumpkin spice latte is.
I'm not quite sure either.
I'm pretty sure a Greek might have created it, though. I mean, let's be honest here, right? Pumpkinopolis, okay? A little spice in there. Let's go, Deeths. Let's do it, baby.
But of course, I'm talking about none other than the greatest sport ever created by man.
And that's football.
Football.
That's right. Not football. All right, or what Miss Jax Lewis likes to call it. All right, we're not talking Manchester United.
No, I don't know.
We're not talking about that.
What does that even mean?
We're talking the pigskin.
What language are you speaking?
I don't know. I know sometimes I speak in tongue.
I don't know what it is.
Crazy, okay, but no, we're talking about the greatest game that Al Davis created. Okay, back in 1960. Back in 1960, ESPN 30 for 30 tonight. Check it out. Actually, tomorrow night, check it out. All right, Al Davis for the NFL. Educate yourselves. All right, and educate yourself, Deeths, as well. All right, Al Davis, the great Al Davis. Football never existed before 1960. Just remember that. Anyways, yes, I'm excited to get to your point.
So am I. I feel like we need to discuss more about when football was invented. But let's go ahead and discuss a little bit more about this year's NFL season. Because of course, you know what? It didn't matter if it was Sunday during the day, Sunday night, Monday night, or this year, frankly, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Saturday night, or whatever. You know what? You might have found football on any day this football season. So tell me, Greg, what were some of your takeaways from this football season?
I got to be honest with you. Probably the only game I saw this year, quite frankly, was when the Raiders beat the Chiefs. All right, what a great game that was.
Just to clarify, that was the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas Raiders opened a new stadium this year.
Let's not get into specifics here.
Was that a privately funded stadium in Las Vegas?
It definitely was not. Okay, so everyone's getting hosed in Las Vegas. Going to have to pay off Mark's fumble right over there. Let me tell you right now, when we could have got it done in Oakland. But again, let's move on. I don't want to talk about it. With regards to this football season, Deeths, it was definitely one of a kind, and I think because the way the season went, not having fans there, COVID testing, old players playing, not playing, and whatnot. It's the only explanation in my mind that a certain Tom Brady can get to another Super Bowl. That it had to be fixed, that it had to be different, that he couldn't abide by the rules. But I know you want to get to that point later, and we will. But again, it's a weird season. I might even put an asterisk by it. I don't even know if we can officially count it as the 101st season of the NFL, okay? I know that contradicts my
quite a bit now. Let me say here, Greg. There's quite a bit right here, right now. But first off now, Greg, pardon me, by the way, that is a cough from not talking too much, nothing else. Just so you know, Greek, now we have the emergence of some new players this year, some maybe not so household names. San Diego, we had Justin Herbert come out.
If you watch college football, you know who that is. Deeths, come on, these are common names.
You know what? Look, Saturday's one thing, but Sunday is where
my friend, Saturday is right there with Sunday. Let me tell you, from the great school of Count Berkeley as I am, go Bears! All right, chop down that tree. Let me tell you, even though we lost with a mixed extra credit point, I don't want to talk. Whatever, extra credit. Greek's going crazy right now. But yes, okay, go ahead. Name a few other names. People watch college football, though.
Well, of course. And, of course, now Josh Allen made huge jumps forward, but really kind of that, like the quarterback class of this year. What do you think about some of that quarterback play we have?
Oh, you got a ton of up-and-comers right now, man. Josh Allen, you know what I mean? And like you said, Herbert, Mahomes is still doing his thing. There's a quarterback who plays in Cleveland. I can't remember his name, but
look at Baker Mayfield.
With Mayfield. You know, the NFL's in good hands right now with the youth, definitely. And would I include Derek Carr in that? Absolutely not. So definitely not.
And then also too, we had a couple of big-time receivers going off this year.
Yes,
you have Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs. Now again, if you were to be starting a team, taking a team basically from scratch, basically the team had nothing going for it. Let's call them the Raiders. Okay. And you needed to start your team with one of those two receivers. Who would you take between Tyreek and Stephon Diggs this year?
I'd go neither. I get Tim Brown out of retirement, come back at the ripe age of 47, run circles all around them. It's all right. And better yet, I go Fred Biletnikoff, young age of 71, can run circles around those guys, all right? I take neither. Either Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill. No thank you, all right?
That's some great football analysis right there.
That's
Greek,
what
really
we're here
glad
for,
we put you on here for that right there. So now, Greek, we got through the regular season now. Again, luckily that we had
Deeths, I feel like you're struggling here. I think I need to take the microphone over.
I know, Greek,
take this show over.
Well, Greek, I'm sorry.
There's no rhyme or reason, all right?
Pulling Tim Brown out of retirement instead of Tyreek Hill. I do have to kind of question that a little bit right there.
You don't question the Greek. The Greek's never been wrong, all right?
The Raiders nailed their first round pick. The Raiders nailed their first round pick.
Let's move on. We don't need any comments from the peanut gallery over there, from the team that has never won a Super Bowl ever, all right? So keep filming, and let's go.
So Greek. Now, we got through the regular season somehow or other. They were able to avoid any full week shutdown.
Well, sure, if you're the Baltimore Ravens and they keep postponing a game for you weeks and weeks later. But yes,
everybody got through on time, on schedule. Playoffs begin.
Yes, playoffs.
Again, expanded playoffs this year. What was your take on the playoffs looking back?
I love it. I hope they keep that format. No, seriousness. I love the super wild card. Oh, my God.
Super wild card Saturday, Sunday was great.
And I think you can attest, and I think our viewers out there can agree, we probably did not move off that couch for a solid 48 hours, all right? We had from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., we had football, and it was the greatest. You know, again, missing college football, that Saturday fix that we used to have, and then having that was one of the best weekends in sports ever. I hope they continue.
Great.
We had some great games. Right?
Oh, it was fantastic day. No, like I said, those 48 hours right there, Mrs. Principal Deeths did nothing but bring me pizza rolls and my barley and hops infused water. But it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Just to clarify, that's a standard weekend, though.
Well, I was going to say that is.
I mean, you know, we know
right,
Mrs. Principal Deeths.
That's not much. That's actually not very much unusual. You're correct about that.
That woman is a saint. That woman is an angel. That the mere fact that she's got to live with you, Deeths,
I'm not going to say you're wrong at all, right there, Greek. So now we're getting down to the big time. Now we're getting down to championship weekend. Again, one of my, before we got to this super wild card weekend, my favorite weekend of the year was always championship weekend, where we had a couple of great matchups right here. Let's first off start off in the AFC.
That's right. By the way, John Madden, you must have been a big John Madden fan growing up.
Huge.
He would always say it'd be almost better than Super Bowl weekend sometime. The championship weekend, the quality of games and whatnot. You have one team better than the other, but again, it definitely is for football-wise, it's as much as I enjoy the Super Bowl, even though it's so commercialized now or whatever. It's a game in between commercials and halftime shows or whatever. But championship weekend is fantastic. Starting off with AFC, you want to touch upon that game right
I
there?
was going to say, so let's go ahead and first start off by discussing that AFC championship game. The Kansas City defending Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know if this team, you mean the Houston, they were the Houston Rangers or Texans or Dallas, whatever,
Going up against the Buffalo Bills. Now, what was your take on that game right there? Two young guns going at it.
My take of that game was, if I would even go back the previous week, and the mere fact, as much as it pains me to say, Andy Reid, is he a coach or what? It makes me so sick. And I go back to the previous week because they shouldn't have even been in that game, quite frankly. Had they not gone for that 4th and 1, had they not converted, and not only that,
huge move.
He threw in a situation where John Gruden every day and twice on Sunday would have ran it. You know what I mean? And it shows you the disparity in coaching between an Andy Reid and John Gruden, as much as it pains me to say. But he kept in the guts to do what he did, because Cleveland should very well have been in that game. You know, in my opinion, had they not got it converted, and I think it would have been a little more competitive. I think Cleveland could have even been in the Super Bowl, quite frankly, with the way they're playing, stiff and whatever. Again, I don't want to give the Chiefs credit. This is why I'm going in such a roundabout way. I will give Andy Reid credit. But that game, Buffalo just doesn't have a good enough defense, right? And when you can't, and when you go up 9, should have been 10-0 on KC, you don't let up. And they did, and it's a avalanche with the Chiefs. So they're unbelievable. Mahomes is just what do you do, Kelsey? You got Tyreek Hill. You got what's his name, Harmon or whatever that guy.
Fumbles the ball on the 2-yard line, and he's able to comes back.
Hey, because you got a locker room that gets it. Kelsey's on the sideline telling him, "Don't worry about it." Microcosm of life, right? You get down, you get back up, and sure enough, he did, and they just ran away with it. So, hey, much kudos to Buffalo and the Bills Mafia or whatever. A lot of tables were broken. They did a lot of good with their fans. They were raising money for other players. It was fantastic. Buffalo had a great year, but the Chiefs are just the real deal. And it was an okay championship game. I did like that division game between Cleveland better. That was, I think, a little more entertaining.
That was a great game. By the way, earlier you mentioned John Gruden, who was Super Bowl champion John Gruden 2002 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But let's go ahead and talk about the Buccaneers again.
Another asterisk there. Okay, all right. We'll talk.
I'm not sure what asterisk is required on that. Oh, okay,
we're good. Okay,
there we go.
A little glitch,
little glitch, right? That's what happens right there.
It's been a while.
So now, Greg, let's talk about that other game that day. Frankly, what I thought was the best game of the day. The Green Bay Packers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who this year picked up a new quarterback, one who'd been discarded by his previous team, 43 years old. Let me double check my notes here to see what his name was. Out of Michigan. Tom Brady. Let me see. 6-time Super Bowl champion. Tom Brady goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Greek, what do we think about that game? Actually, wait, Greek, before we go there, hold on one moment, because I received a text.
Audience, this is not fair, by the way. Deeths came prepared with material and whatnot that the Greek did not know about, but the Greek is ready to refute.
Because I received a text moments before that game began saying, if Brady wins today, even I'll admit he's the best. From none other than George the Greek Soteris. Right there. But I
have no idea what you're talking about. I can't believe you kept that text. Anyway, I have no idea. This is something you made up. Probably one of your Tom Brady fans said it to you. But to address that game, it's so multi-layered. We've been going for 20 minutes here or whatever. But it's okay because the audience watches.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, and no matter what, we'll watch it.
We're going to watch it.
We're going to watch it.
It's for the fans. It's for the people.
Absolutely.
It's not for us, okay?
100%.
I don't want anyone to ever get that confused that we do this strictly for us, okay? Because that couldn't be further from the game. That game, I got to tell you, if you're Matt LaFleur, whatever your name is, you got the MVP of the year. And you got a situation, and sometimes these younger coaches get in the analytics, right? Where it's like if you're at the 5-yard line, you go for it. If you're outside, you kick or whatever. You got the MVP. You got a shot. You go.
One of the greatest. You're looking at one of the greatest in the last 20, 30 years, probably, right?
Rodgers has been great, right? And then his leadership skills are one to be, whatever, to be thought of or not admired, quite frankly. But he is what he is, That opportunity there, even if you miss it, right? You pin him back there. You got your timeouts, and that's what you do. And Brady, with all due respect to you, had a horrific second half.
It was not a good second half.
Brady-esque, right?
No,
it was not Brady-esque.
Not at all.
So
the defense, Tampa's defense, saved him a number of times.
They did, the officials as well, typically as they do in a Brady game. The officials help him out as well. But that game, Brady looked fantastic. Tampa Bay came ready. It's not even Bruce Arians. This has always been my point. When it was Brady with Belichick, that Brady is the greater of the two, and it's proven right now. Belichick's sitting at home. Arians is a good coach, great coach, fantastic. But it's Brady. It's the Brady effect, man. And he's created something where he's so good. Other teams make these dumbest decisions I've ever seen. Go back to that Seattle Super Bowl where Marshawn should have ran it. Right? He's created this aura. And credit to him. As much as it pains me to say, credit to him. He's created this world where coaches outthink themselves. They make the dumbest decisions, and you have situations like that where Brady's going back for a 10 Super Bowl. It's absurd.
It is absolutely crazy. So let's get down to the big game coming up this Sunday.
Yes.
That's right.
Is there a game this week?
Oh, there's a game this weekend, Greg. There's a game.
I haven't seen one in 20 years. I don't know.
The last time you did, you saw it against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I did, I know. So that's right.
You should have been hanging out. You should have been hanging out with your center somewhere else. You might have had a better time. All right, so Greek, this Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs, young gun Patrick Mahomes going for a second straight Super Bowl versus the last man to go for 2 Super Bowls in a row. Now, I believe last time he did that, Patrick Mahomes might have been 3 years old. I'm not exactly sure what that was right there.
03-04, right? I think so.
That's right. Yeah. So now, we have the Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 3 points in this game. How are you feeling about this weekend's game?
Reality is, I gotta tell you this. I gotta be honest with you here. Take off the glasses.
I'm not gonna like this, folks. I'm not gonna like this at all.
I think you will enjoy this. Maybe I sent you that text. Maybe I didn't. All right, but in a normal year, another team, another quarterback, you take KC by 14. You take it by 17 because they're that good. But Brady, he's just got something special. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's done or whatever. And I think he, this is history right here about what I'm going to say about Tom Brady.
Mark the tape,
okay, mark the tape.
I
mean, I got to say, and you saw that special moment with his son.
Yeah. Oh, right? 13-year-old Jack Brady right there.
Jack Brady. Okay, didn't know his name. It's a little creepy. It's okay, that you know his name. But and you hear the audio, right? And then it even got me, the most hardened Brady hater, to break into and to even think that, man, this guy's probably the greatest cheater of all time, Deeths. Let me tell you, all right? I got to tell you right now, because I remembered the crimes against humanity that this guy committed, all right? Starting in 2001, when the Tuck rule and the foundation of his dynasty was built on lies and fallacies and cheating, Deeths. So I can't even say it. That other team in red, I don't even know who I want to win, Deeths. I want to destroy this dumb bobblehead.
Really?
This thing. I hate Patrick Mahomes. I was actually cheering, and I'm sick because I was happy when he had a concussion. Thankfully he's back, but I don't know what to do. These I don't know. I hate Brady. This is the worst Super Bowl ever. All right, I can't.
I will a horrible year for a Raiders fan. This has to be the worst possible. This has to be the worst possible. Conflagration of all these different events going on here at once.
This is it. I don't know. I hope the game gets canceled. I hope something happens. I just hope something happens. They got to. We got to push it back to next year. It doesn't count. I don't know, but I don't know, Deeths. I'm going to be watching the Kitten Bowl on Hallmark, okay? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, all right? I mean, I turned off the TV after those games on Sunday 2 weeks ago because I don't want to see all the hype, all right? That makes me sick. So, for you, Deeths, because I know you're an ardent Tampa Bay fan, I hope they lose, okay? All right? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sick.
Well, Greek, I think you've shared your feelings quite well right there, Greek. We appreciate all that right there. No matter what, I think it's going to be a great Sunday right there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think we're going to go in there and do some damage. By the way, first team to host the home Super Bowl right there. Excited about that.
They don't have any home fans, and I'm talking from a team that doesn't have a home either, okay? All right? Tampa Bay doesn't have, there's no Bucs fans out there.
But we have a pirate ship. We have a pirate ship, and that's all that matters right there.
Disneyland's got a pirate ship too. So what are you trying to get at here? A place where Tom Brady frequents, right? After he wins a Super Bowl, right? I can't even say anything. Deeths, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It'll be a great game. Good luck to your team, man. I hope you all. I know hey, you're a true Bucks fan. You were even with Jameis eating the W when Winston was a fan. So good luck to you,
we might be serving some crab legs to kind of go back and look at all the different parts of the Tampa Bay experience moving forward right here. But Greek, I got to tell you, it's been a pleasure being back with you.
Yeah.
Again, looking forward to some more of these as we get through the year. We've got, of course, NBA to be talking about soon.
Right.
MLB should be coming back, depending on what goes on in Arizona right now with Cactus League.
Right.
But no matter what, Greek, it's great to see you back here at the Hawks Nest. Looking forward to more Deeths of the Greeks, and no matter what next year, even more on a regular basis.
And guys, thank you so much for putting up with our shenanigans. This was by far the longest, most long-winded video ever. I'm sure people cut out 30 seconds.
I mean, Greek, I can guarantee you there's literally nobody watching this right now.
If we made it, we love y'all. We miss y'all. This has been, not the easiest year to say the least. And this, I know Deeths from myself to McDowell. They put up with my garbage every time, and we're looking forward to 2021.
It's going to be
bigger and better, man.
2020 fall. Yeah. I cannot wait for fall 2021. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
But like we said, if anyone is watching, probably just my mom right now. Might be the only one who's actually watching this video.
Which is the sweetest woman, by the way, man. I had the pleasure and honor. She's the sweetest. God bless her. I'll tell you. She's fantastic, Deeths. But should we do it how we send off? Or
I think the Greek, as always. So for Deeths and the Greek, I am Principal Deeths. He's George the Greek Satirist, and like we always like to say, soar, Hawks, soar.